Well, what's up, everyone? I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is Nelson. And again, we're going to continue talking about those 4 pillars that I have to use to transform my life. I use those 4 pillars to pull me up, to rebuild my life, to transform myself from that victim ideas or mentality that I had at that moment into this bliss life that I'm living right now. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have been here talking to you today. So stay tuned. We're going to get into the second one, which is lifestyle. We also talk about building confidence, building confidence so that you can do the things that you need to do so you can get to the next step. Now, here I am. How am I living? What am I going to do? So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Well, welcome back to the channel. And again, I want to thank you guys for subscribing. I want to thank you guys for liking these videos and also for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm doing this out of love. I love giving. That's one of my biggest, I think, attributes that I have, giving, love. I love to give. So what I'm doing today is just to help you too, so that you can understand that if you are going through something in life, if you have a broken relationship, if you have a disappointment, that has really hurt you, it's not the end of the world. You can use that as fuel. You can use that to propel you forward. You can use that at the right time, as long as you're not going backwards, as long as you're not standing there, allowing that to keep you at a standstill. You can use it as a stepping stone to go higher. So here I am, broken, scared, and don't know what to do. There's some things that I was accustomed to. Now things has changed. And I began to hang with the boys. I began to do some things to get my mind off of certain things, not to think about what happened, not to think about the things that I've lost, but to get my mind in a place where I can go forward. You can be doing something, but it's not the right thing. It's the right time, but it's not the right thing. That is what I was facing at that time. I was going out, I was partying. We becomes basically like a party animal, drinking like crazy. Everybody always have a bottle somewhere. We doing all these different things on the weekend, you're going out. But to me, there was no satisfaction there because I know what I want. Even from a young age, I know what I want to do. That's why when my mother told me, she gave me the choice to go and choose what you want to do. There's so many children who never had that choice. Some children was told by parents and grandparents, look, I think this is what you should do. Become an engineer. Why don't you become an engineer? And they becomes an engineer, and guess what? They don't like it, and some of them they just dropped out halfway, spent all that money, and then dropped out because it was not their dream. But she gave me this opportunity to choose, and I've chose engineering, which I like, mechanical engineering. I'm still doing that today. It's still a part of my side hustle that I can do and also take care of home. So she gave me that choice. So here I am facing life. I had to make a choice whether I'm going to go forward or I'm going to go backwards. I don't know what to do, but I began to follow a path that wasn't beneficial to me at all. I began to party. I began to drink. I began to hang with the boys. Yes, I had some friends. Yes, the brother had some friends. But do you know that in spite of all that, I still feel I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't complete because it wasn't me. The lifestyle that I was living, it wasn't the one that I have chosen from the beginning. I know that there was something great about me. I'm telling you, from the beginning, I used to just sit down at the front of my mother's house, and I used to sit there on the step, the warm, nice Caribbean sunset, and just begin to meditate. I began to think about life. I began to see myself traveling and doing all these different things. I can see the vision boldly in front of me, and I promise you, the same vision that I was seeing sitting there, I also experienced that in life. That is for another time. We'll talk about that on another level. But here I am now, begins to, go into all these parties and doing these things and still not getting any satisfaction. And I never stopped. I never stopped studying. I was always reading the word. I was always indulging in the word because you see, that seed was already planted in me. and what that seed was already producing also. So the fruit was there, the fruit was coming. There was time when I went out with my friends and we are there partying from the time we get there until they're not leaving until they turn the light on. Sometime I tell, man, let's go. And then if they're not ready and if it's not too far from where I'm living, I just walk to them. I've done that a couple of times. I've DJ in clubs. I've done all that. But the satisfaction wasn't there, the lifestyle wasn't there, because I know what I was called to do, the vision that I had, the mission that I had to do was something bigger and greater. And here's another thing that changed, that had to change in order for me to change my lifestyle, the things that I used to say about myself. I begin to understand how powerful words are. I begin to understand because growing up, you hear those things with sticks and stone will break your bone, but words cannot harm me. I believed that back then. But when I begin to look at my life, like I said, I never stopped studying, I never stopped seeking after the truth. I begin to understand how powerful words are. The things that I was saying, it was keeping me in a certain lifestyle. Oh, I'm not good. I'm stupid. Or I look down on myself. Those are the things, as it said, your words. It will never return to you void. You have to be mindful, especially when you believe that. Most people don't understand how they don't believe that their words are shaping their life. Most people don't believe that they are responsible for the way their life is turning out because they're so accustomed to blame someone else that when it's happened, it becomes so normal that they receive it and they never said anything about it. I began to understand that it was my mindset, the words that was coming out of my mouth, that was holding me back and causing me to even get off the trail of truth that I was seeking. Because I was like, hey, somebody did this to me. I'm going to do it back to someone. That kind of mindset, that eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, began to slips in. And I began to gradually understand, look, this is not for me. This is not the lifestyle that I was given, I was designed to live. And I began to break free from that. I began to turn. And as they can see, I'm not going to the places that I used to go anymore. I begin to kind of pull away gradually. And I said one day, I sit down and I look at my life seriously. I sit down and I look at my life seriously. Me and my buddies, especially one of my best friends, we always have second jobs. We was always having two jobs. We work. We know how to work. We know how to create that lifestyle. We know how to make things happen. But I look at my life and the direction that I was going in. And I ask myself seriously, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want? And the answer was no. And I began to evaluate my life on an honest level. And I went to God. I went to the source of life, the creator, and I said, look, I know that I was made for greatness. I know that there's something in this world that you have for me to do. A matter of fact, while I was traveling on the ship, as a young man working on the ship, every time I come back to the States and I go to another country, I always buy things, whether it's food or clothes. I'm always taking care of a family overseas, always doing something for someone overseas. Because those are the people when I go, I travel, I always run into those people and I see the need and I know that I can do it. So I always help out. So I sit down and I talk, like the scripture said, come now, let us reason together. So I enter into my closet and I'm reasoning together with the God, the source of life inside of me, because I know God lived in me. So I said, Father, I know you have something great for me to do. I know that. And I know I'm here with a purpose. And in order for me to really, really do what you want me to do wholeheartedly or in the right way, I need you to find me a wife. I need you to find me a wife, and I want one that loves you and sold out for you, not one that want to go back into the club because I don't want that lifestyle anymore. I want one that loves you, and with her action and my action, it will motivate me more to stay out of those areas. And I told him exactly what I want. And lo and behold, I find he, well, not find, but he gave me exactly what I was asking for. You heard me say that before, but I don't know if some of you guys think I'm joking. No, that's why I believe that you can pray for anything. You can believe for anything. He said that you can decree a thing and it shall be established unto you, unto me. I had to get serious with myself. I had to take a good look at my life and to look at where I was going and to make a choice. And the first choice was to go to the source of life, the one who knows everything, the one who sees everything, the one who is everything. I went directly to the throne of grace and make my petition known. And here I am today. The lifestyle that I was living, if I didn't stop, if I didn't get back on my path, the life that I was that I'm here to live, what I'm here to do. If I didn't get back on my path, it would have been either sickness or something else would have killed me. Something would have taken me out because we were going out. We was going hard. We were doing it. Had friends, and some of them is because of they know who you are. You're a hardworking person. You have a business, and you have a generous heart, and that draws them. But it is more than just that. It is more than just that. They have to be commitment. They have to be true love. As the Bible said, love one another as I have loved you. That's real love, unconditional love. So I had to work on that part of my life because it says also in John 15:8, it says, when you produce much fruit, you are my true disciples. This bring great glory to my Father. I'm here to produce much fruit. I'm here to help more men becomes better husband. I'm here to create more. I'll help more men to become a better head of household. I'm here to help. And in that way, we are producing more fruit. We are producing more fruit. You see it like it said, like iron sharpen iron. That's what we do. We learn from each other. We help each other. We exchange with each other. We trade with each other. That's what we do. But there's so many people that they're so embarrassed to even admit that they need the help. So many people that are ashamed. The Bible says, ask and it shall be given. When you seek, you shall find. When you knock, the door open unto you. But there's so many people. I'm not saying you take your business to every and anyone. This have to be confidential. When you're working with someone, this have to be confidential. Not just you just hear something and you go and blab it to everyone. Look, it will come back to hurt you. This must be confidential. So I had to make up in my mind the lifestyle that I was living is not going to take me to the place that I want to be or the place that I'm going to that I'm heading into. Look at today. I have a lot of self-control. I have patience. I have grown in those areas and still getting stronger. Still getting stronger. And it takes patience. It takes commitment to do what I'm doing. We just finished the short movie that we get ready to do a screening, all these different things. If it wasn't for patience and commitment, yes, I was still scared in some things. But guess what? Because of my past experience, I can use that to see how far I came, the things that I've overcome. And look at where I am today. And I'm facing certain things like that. I can take it again. I can overcome it again. So I have to work on my lifestyle. And again, I said one of the main things that I have to work on, I had to work on back then, is what was coming out of my mouth. The words that I was saying over myself, those are like seed. As you decree those words over your life, don't think that they're going to come back to you void. Do not think that at all. The word of God, it is always true. The Bible says heaven and earth will pass away before his word doesn't come to pass. So if you read the Bible, you should know that by now. You can decree a thing and it will come. It will come to pass. That's why I had to change what I was saying. All this thing, calling myself stupid, calling myself no good. I see myself not worthy and all this. I have to change those things because as simple as it might sound, And people might say, well, you're picky because you're fighting. Why you don't, why I can't say this or why I can't say that? No, because even as you read the scripture again, if you that's what you want to use as an example, it said you will be held accountable for idle words. What is idle words? What is idle words? Idle words is basically saying opposite of what God already said. Idle words are saying opposite of that. So I had to make a choice. Am I going to allow what happened in the past, the fear, am I going to allow that to hold me back, to make me make decisions based on fear that will mess up my lifestyle, living a messed up lifestyle, a mediocre lifestyle? Am I going to allow fear to make me do that? Because see, some people, they even get into relationship because of fear. I'm afraid that I might not, when I get in my 40s, I'm not going to have someone. Nobody's going to want me. I'm going to be an old maid. I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. So they settle for anything. You messing your life up. You saying those things over yourself instead of you saying, I know Mr. Right is there for me. I know I'm going to make Mr. Right. When you say all these negative things, it's like seed you're planting and it will mess up your lifestyle. So you've got to be careful. I have to be careful. I had to change what I was saying so that my life now today, I decree because it says that we can. That's what the text said. You can speak to the storm. You can call those things. Why is so many things missing in your life? Maybe it's because you're not calling. Maybe because you're not decreeing. Maybe because you're not believing that you can or you're worthy of it. The man who doubt don't expect to receive anything. But I know who I am at an early age, and I know what I want, and I know what my purpose was. Even though there's still some things that is added on to it, I know it was to help others. I can see it from an early age, helping my friends. Begin start traveling the world. I begin to help other people. Today, I'm still helping other people. But guess what? I love what Jim Rohn said. Also, I don't know if he's the author of this quote, but he always said, work harder on yourself than you work on your job. Because you see, when you work on yourself, you begin to get better and you can do a better job on your job, or you can help someone else better. So, again, this is Nelson talking about those 4 pillars that have changed my life completely, that transformed my life. You have no idea at the dark place that I was at that moment. You have no idea. Thinking about killing myself, thinking about hurting other people because of I was scared. You have no idea. But look at me today. See? Look at me today. Still chilling, still growing, still living a bliss life and have a wonderful family. And that's what I want for you. If you're thinking about giving up, look, drop me a line. My email is right there on the screen. Let us talk. I promise you, I guarantee you that your life will be transformed when we finish. This is Nelson. Love you guys. Peace. And I'm out. And stay tuned for the pillar number 3. What's pillar number 3? We'll be talking about faith. Oh my goodness. We man live by faith. We'll be talking about faith. Faith is believing. We will be talking about that. That was pillar number 3. So again, I love you guys and keep subscribing and keep watching and liking, and also invite others to the channel. There's so many other videos there that you can watch and be inspired by and help you to grow. Love you, and now I'm out. Peace.